ghoul variants. I take it this one is at least not your standard ghoul.
Based on the clues presented thus far, of course not!
Since there's a lot of variables involved, what do you reckon this ghoul could be? Some type of fell, muck-wielding ghoul empowered by their dominator? Or an ultra-slick, nigh-invisible skulker?
Let me lay some groundwork. Starting off, there is of course natural variance from ghoul to ghoul, depending on who their dormitory is. The thralled ghoul is the thing that the vampiric elite would list as the only legitimate kind of ghoul. But for as much as I make fun of the blue-blooded vampire snobs, I too think this next ghoul variant is a dangerous thing to talk openly about. This is another important factoid that I bestow upon you in confidentiality, son-in-law.
And that variant is?
The independent ghoul.
Independent? Like the non-thrall variety? Is that not better in every way?
It certainly is, let me be clear. Independent ghouls are good. I wish independence for every ghoul out there, before they liberate themselves from the Vitae entirely. To much of vampiric high society, however, they are living, walking masquerade breaches. They do not act in accordance with their norms and traditions, and thus are treated worse than even the half-blooded daywalkers.
Ah, yeah, daywalkers. I quite pitied the daywalker we hunted. Nothing like Piotr or Kevin in a lot of them. You had mentioned they are severely oppressed in vampiric society. Are you saying independent ghouls are even worse off?
Without a doubt. They're often despised among the kindred elite and blood-hunted all over the world. These creatures are meant to be on a leash, after all. A masterless hound that can unwittingly destroy an entire society cannot be allowed on the street. And so, independents usually work in secret, actually with more progressive vampires, or those that are also under the big boot, like the daywalkers.
So how do you work as an independent ghoul?
Well, again, there are many ways. Often they have multiple different donors, getting vitae where they can find it, but always being wary of the blood bond. That's essentially it. Outside of that, you're independent. You can do whatever.
Cracker's at it with his primal scream therapy again.
Neighbors.
Holy shit! Oh no.
He'll be all out of house before long.
Have you seen his house? It's submerged in a ditch and has a tarp for a roof.
An upsetting figure. If he weren't such a loose cannon, he would make an excellent hunter.
He's too busy digging for icy night treasure.
Oh, speaking of loose cannons, there are also our twisted allies in hunter ghouls.
Hunter ghouls? Oh. Right. Things are starting to click.
Good. As you can imagine, they are hunters who hunt down, stake, and then keep their quarry to carefully feed off of till the stock runs dry.
Right. I understand. It's on the brink of what we do, isn't it?
That's right. We only extract information. Thus far.
Don't like that implication.
Another thing we do not do is sling vitae. Could have made some serious dosh in Yarmouth had we kept those canites staked.
I'm not sure.
I jest, of course. There's about 12 good reasons not to sell vampire slave drugs. But many an independent manages to do it for a living. using the same vampiric powers against those that would call them thralls and cattle. It's a serious hustle. One has to respect it, but I'd never condone it. You lose too much of yourself to Vitae once you imbibe it. What else? We also have ghoul families!
Like families that are all ghoul.
That exists too, but no. I mean ghouls that have been so ghouled that they pass on their ghouldom to their ghouldren.
Horrible. Much like a rare blood disease, then. The vitae spreads from mother to child.
As far as I know, that isn't a natural process. But there are ghoul families so embossed with their master's vitae that they even produce vitae of their own. These individuals are called revenants, and are typically deeply loyal to a given clan, sect, or bloodline.
That's interesting. Oh god, what if Piotr was planning something like that?
Piotr babies? I refute the very notion! But no,